Tucks and Tails, joined by Macy Age, Chris Mason, and the man himself, Dean Reynolds. Dean, how are you?
Good.
Yeah,
really good. Thank you.
After Lakeside, how do you feel? Going back, looking back at it now, how do you feel about it?
Strange.
Yeah.
I was disappointed with a win and happy with a loss. I know that sounds quite strange, but I won my first game, just a relief. But I remember doing an interview with you. I think it took me about 10 minutes to get myself together, and I don't know why I was so disappointed by the win. But like I said, against Scott, I thought I put loads of time in just even between the games, and I thought you really need to show what you're made of him. I think I pushed him. I think I was disappointed to go 3-1 down after being 1-0 up, but I was happy happy that I did that because I showed a bit of bottle and character to come back at him.
I think Chris wants to touch on it more in a bit, but what's next for you? You've just played the Isle of Man. How's it going this year?
Okay, not the best season so far. Like I say, I'm picking and choosing tournaments. I didn't really want to travel too much this year, but obviously enough to get me to the majors, the World Trophy, which is in 3 months' time. But yeah, a lot of last 8, last 16, which is frustrating. I'm a winner. I want to win these tournaments and get on the stages because unfortunately the stage don't start till like the semis of the BDO, which is quite frustrating. But just picking up good boxes. But I need a big push now up into the World Trophy.
Yeah. What kind of things are you doing away from tournament play to try and lift your game up to the level we know what level you're capable of playing at? What are you sort of consciously doing trying to just go up another level? I've
just gone back to the bare bones of just practicing in my local. I know I heard Simon Whitlock say it. He sort of forgot how important local league stuff was.
Stuff. He plays once a week, doesn't he, in a singles league?
And I'd like to have just yesterday, Tuesday evenings, my girlfriend runs a singles league, 48 players, and I've just gone there, playing 2 games a night, just against good local people where sometimes you're expected to win, and I needed that kind of pressure. So gone back just the bare roots and just wanting to put lots of time in.
And what your aspirations obviously have got to be initially getting in that World Trophy.
Yep.
Valuable ranking points. Where are you in terms of that now? I know it's a long way off. You've got what have you got, about 8 tournaments to play before the cut-off?
Not as many as I think. It's about 4. There's the Welsh Open. You've got 2 in Denmark, 2 in Germany. So it's about 4 or 5.
And you go into all of those?
Yeah. So I'm borderline at the minute, but like I say, I've not actually. The good thing is with the BDO system, I don't have too many points to defend from those tournaments, so that's worked out quite nicely. But I'll be going to them and, like I say, looking to win them again, but picking up valuable points along the line.
In terms of your practice, Dean, is there things you've pulled out of Lakeside in terms of that you need to work on more than anything else?
Well, I actually noticed something a bit different in my throw. I know that sounds really strange, but I used to always have quite a high pinky. And now it fell, and it's a bit like yours was quite high, wasn't it?
I used to. And
I watched it back. And
tried down my throw a bit like Bristow. So I was, as a kid, it's like any sport you play, you try and replicate your idols. And we had the same thing with James Wade. All of a sudden, his elbow ended up there. Yeah. And everybody's sort of throw evolves over time, and you pick up bad habits. Yeah. And I think coaching is. I mean, we had a good chat at Lakeside, a real good chat, and coaches is not really something that you associate with darts. But I think maybe not necessarily a coach, but someone who watches a lot of darts and you pick up on something. Yeah. And it might be those little margins. It's all about percentages, darts, and it's the fact that you notice it shows that. You're looking back on it, and sometimes I used to watch sort of segments of games that I liked. It weren't necessarily games I'd won, or it might have been certain spells, and I think, right, what was I doing there? How can I replicate that and do that week in, week out?
Yeah. Just to add on that, but I thought, because when I was playing well, I kind of sometimes you just don't even care how you hold it.
You don't realise either.
You could throw them backwards and it goes in. You could hold it slightly higher. You think, there's 2 darts in the treble, just throw it and it goes in. So when I went through my bad patch sort of middle of last year, I was like, my throw felt uncomfortable. People were giving me advice that I really didn't need, but you kind of listen. It's amazing, isn't it? When and obviously with that tour card situation, people were asking, why when you go in, your throws changed, this and that's changed. I'm thinking, it actually hasn't changed that much. Just amazing when you're not winning, people want to give you advice that sometimes you don't need.
Yeah, and you take advice from people who haven't been there and don't know anything about it. They mean well, but they end up scrambling your mind, and it's almost a form of sledging. They're putting stuff in your mind, and more often than not, they're friends or their family, and they
or other players,
and sometimes you've got to just sort of switch off from that and worry about what you're doing rather than what everybody else thinks.
Yeah, well, there we go, mate. We both wish you well.
Yes, have a great year, pal.
Get into the World Trophy. Hopefully see you at Lakeside at the end of the year.
We might see him at the World Cup.
Plug.
Perfect. Well, there it is from Dean. Hopefully you can play well towards the end of the season and get yourself back into Lakes, and of course that one coming up soon, the World Trophy. Thank you.